This is a pretty big question right here regarding the Eagles. Eagles stay or go 2022. Wow, this is really being stupid, but stay or go. Running back with Jordan Howard. This is something that I wanted to break down because, for one, running back is an important position, not just in the NFL, but for the Eagles specifically, especially if we're going to roll with Hurts, right? Because we are a run-first offense, as long as, Hurts is back there, of course. And we can run the ball really well with the offensive line that we have. Jordan Howard was a key part in that for the majority of 2021 up until he got hurt. But this isn't just about Jordan Howard. This is about all the Eagles, and I want to react to this blind because I haven't read this yet, and I want to hear what your thoughts are. Leave them in the comments down below. Who do you think the Eagles should stick with? Should we draft a running back in the future? Let's talk about it. So, Kenny Gainwell, verdict is stays. I can kind of agree to this because, he was pretty damn impressive. That's actually a perfect spot right there. Impressive. He didn't get too much work, but at the same time, he did do a lot with what he was given. And at the end of the day, I agree with both Ruben and Dave here. Kenny Gainwell should stay because he's a young talent. Yes, a fifth-round pick, so he's not nearly as expensive as a Miles Sanders or a Jordan Howard even if we were to re-sign him. So it's worth keeping him and, keeping him here because, why wouldn't you, right? Why wouldn't you keep someone that's cheap and see how much Kenny Gainwell can give you? So I would keep him. This is a verdict that I agree 100% on, which is Jordan Howard goes. Now, reason being is because, he's unreliable. And I don't like saying that about him because we've had him here since 2019, if you don't count 2020 where he left and came back eventually for the Dolphins. But he's been injury prone, and outside of that, he has produced really, really well. But for having to re-sign him and potentially give up a lot of money for him, and we don't know how big his cap hit will be. I don't think it'll be too crazy. And I don't think they talk about it here at all, but it would be great to bring him back. But at the end of the day, it shouldn't be a priority. If it happens, it should happen down the line. Maybe he gets some offers going elsewhere and he already wants to check those out. But at the end of the day, I wouldn't focus too heavily on Jordan Howard coming back because with Kenny Gainwell most likely coming back, you got Sanders. He's a no-brainer. You're going to bring him back. Hopefully he can stay 100% healthy again. There's the question about Jason Huntley. There's the question about Boston Scott. Two other guys that have a lot of potential that are younger and healthier than Jordan Howard. And let's get on to Huntley right here. He is somebody that really, really has not gotten a full shot at all, And it says here, they talk about it. He showed a lot of potential with his speed going outside, and he's a decent receiver. He's really good at catching with catching outside of the backfield. He could be a really good, solid running back for us, and if someone goes down, he's very reliable to keep things going. I would keep him, and they agree here. I would show, but there's a lot of ads on the stupid ass website. And Miles Sanders, the verdict is definitely stay because we invest so much into him, and we have a lot of hope that he is the running back of the future for the next 4 or 5 years. But the injury factor is the biggest thing. At the end of the day, we most likely will keep him, obviously. Do the Eagles draft a running back at some point in this draft because got the 3 first-rounders. If anything, that'll be mostly defense, potentially quarterback because we don't know what's going to happen there. But in the 2nd, 3rd, 4th rounds, do we go after a running back in those few rounds? If there's somebody that we can pick up and say, hey, let's evaluate this guy and see what he can bring to the table, do you guys think we should do that? Because there are a lot of holes the Eagles need to look at and fill, especially on the defensive side. Wide receiver's an issue. A lot of question marks being thrown around there in the media at quarterback, at center now with Jason Kelce potentially retiring, all that stuff. So should the Eagles look for a running back, especially with losing Jordan Howard, most likely losing him? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments, and I'll see y'all later.